Sodor Stories, Gordon the Old Iron. Gordon had been saved from the scrapyard. He was given a second chance. But he was still not happy. He had nearly got Craven scrapped and nearly had got him replaced as well. And although Craven was fixed and he got a new tender, it still didn't help him feel better. Oh, what have I done? He said. Craven still felt sorry for him. All the engines did. Don't worry, Gordon. Just be thankful that you weren't taken to the scrapyard. Why, said Donald, like what had happened to me, like what had almost happened to me and Dolly. Yes, said Douglas. I know how you feel, Gordon. I almost got your emotion when I smashed up Scruffy, said Oliver. Oh, Gordon, said Edward. Craven didn't say anything. Gordon thought about all this time he was pulling the express and was expecting to be sent back to the scrapyard. Craven finally said something. Gordon, it was not your fault. You just wanted to pay back at me. I understand that, said Craven. But it's not all right, said Gordon. I should have known better. And even if I have to be scrapped, I would still try and prove that I'm sorry. Don't mean I'll try and prove that I'm not sorry. I'll prove that I am sorry. Gordon looked back down at his buffers. Just then, Diesel came. Good job on doing that work, Gordon. Maybe you should try it again sometime. No, Diesel. I know I nearly got Craven scraps, but I've learned my lesson. Well, you still have to learn from your mistakes. Then the Fat Controller came up. Gordon, you need to take the express. But sir, no, now Gordon. Sorry, Gordon. The Fat Controller had his back into Diesel and he oiled away. When Gordon finally reached Knapford, clouds had overheaded the island. He coupled up to the express, but he heard some oiling. It was Diesel, breaking in the Fat Controller. Gordon, you don't want to miss your rail line. The Fat Controller came out Diesel, climbed across the tracks and climbed onto the platform and got into the first class coach. Gordon didn't say anything as he left Knapford. You'd have to do the same as the last storm. Stop at each and every station. As he waited at Elsbridge, all the passengers scrambled on board. But not everybody could get into the coaches, so Gordon had to wait for another coach. No spare coaches were nearby, so people had to scramble in the cab and even into Gordon's tender. Gordon didn't like this, but he carried on. Crosby wasn't too far away, but he still couldn't stop feeling sorry for himself. But on his journey, something very unlucky would happen when he were to leave Crosby. He passed by Derek. He was not allowed to go again, but he had to stay there because he has no lamps. Gordon waited at Crosby. They had been going slow, but he wanted to go fast, so he sped off. But going fast was a big mistake. Lightning was striking into fields. One struck by Gordon and hit a tree, and it fell onto the line. He hoped he wouldn't get struck by lightning. He came to the top of the hill. He was coming to the hill. He hoped he was going fast enough to make it up. Luckily, he was. But he was so high up, there was a big strike. A loud bang was heard through the coaches. It didn't hit the lightning did not hit the coaches though, nor his tender. But it had hit Gordon in the boiler. He slowly was coming to a stop. His driver and fireman expected the damage. Oh, Gordon, you've damaged yourself really badly here. You'll have to go to the works. There's no other way we can mend you. Gordon stood there sad. He had nothing to say. Not only did he feel bad for stopping in the passenger line of the express, but he also felt bad for nearly getting Groven and himself scrapped. Diesel was told to stay at Knapford, while all the engines at Tidmouth sheds were told to stay in the sheds. But Fat Controller ran as fast as he could to the sheds and informed the engines about what had happened. Gordon got struck in the boiler. We need to go and help him. Groven knew it was only he could do it. I'll do it, sir. I know I was rude in the past, but I'll try and help my friend. He turned on his lamps and exited the shed. I was going to get Mickey. Mickey was a newly bought engine for the Sodor Search and Rescue team. He was in the FR livery and the K2 class like Edward. But Craven was happy that he was going to be and help his friend, and so he was. Groven to the rescue, said Groven. Groven passed stations and passengers cheered as they knew Groven was going to help Gordon. Yes, said Groven. He pumped his pistons. He soon came up to the express. Oh, Gordon, how are you? Said Groven. Gordon couldn't say anything. But when he looks at Groven, he could. Groven, I'm sorry for nearly getting us scrapped. Oh, it's all right, Gordon. We all make mistakes. Yes, I suppose you're right. Now, how about we get this train to its destination, shall we? I think we need to bring it back to Knapford. It's going to be safer there. Then Knapford it is, said Groven. He went off to the nearest switches to go and turn to go and turn onto Gordon's line. Soon Craven buffered up in the front. He knew trying to push Gordon and his train would not be easy, so he decided to pull. Right, this will be hard, said Craven. He reached in as much steam as he could, and with a puff and a huff, slowly but surely, he began pulling Gordon and his train. He couldn't go too fast with the weight, but he was pulling the train and Gordon quite smoothly, and although he wasn't too fast, it was fast enough. Plus he did not want to get struck by lightning like Gordon. He was going no faster than 15 to 70 miles per hour. Which was fast enough to not get struck by lightning. He did, however, get up each and every once in a while. And no matter how heavy the train was, he could pull anything, as that's how he felt like then. Then, Craven and Gordon finally pulled into Knapford to an angry Diesel. We're here, said Craven. It had taken a while to get there, but they were finally there. Diesel was angry. He was so angry he managed to get himself moving by himself. Why did you have to save him? Said Diesel. I don't know, Diesel. Oh, you'll have to pay for this. No, I won't, because the Fat Controller can hear you. No, it can't. I'll make sure your steam engines are gone forever if I have to, said Diesel, and he quickly oiled away. Just then the Fat Controller came out to congratulate Craven. Well done, Craven, you got the train here on time. That makes you a really useful engine. Thank you, sir, said Craven. And Gordon, I know you were sad before, but I'm letting you stay on the railway for a time. Gordon was shocked. He didn't expect to hear those words from the Fat Controller. Wait, really, sir? Yes, and when I say for a time, I mean forever. Gordon was even more shocked. Now, Gordon, how about we form an alliance? Said Craven. Okay, said Gordon. I'll help you and you help me. That's fair enough, said Gordon. So they left. Grover went to take Gordon to the steamworks. Right, to the steamworks we go, said Craven. They sped down the line, and no lightning hit them.